Okay, the long video format of the fuel system is this. I have a 72 Chevy pickup that I'm doing an LS swap in. I bought it to do an LS swap. I had a pretty good motor in it, but there's a whole long story about that. But anyway, this thing had this aftermarket LMC tank or Brothers tank or whatever, and the inlet is not good enough, big enough for an intake fuel pump. So I did some experimenting with fail. So I ended up running that. This system was set up with a return line. The tank has a return line bung, so I hooked up a return line system in it. So what I did, I'm using PTFE evil energy type stuff to A&M fittings. So this is the fuel pump. This rubber line up here is the return system, and I did that by using a Corvette fuel filter. So you pump in, and then back here, it's hard to see, this is the return system, and I used press-on barbs. Those things were a bite. But anyway, I got hose clamps on them. Again, very hard to see back here. But Corvette filter, style filter. So it runs like a return system. Helps keep that fuel a bit cooler. And then this system, this PTFE and A&N fittings runs up to the fuel rail. So I've got this going over the exhaust. I'm actually going to do an exhaust wrap on this thing. I'm actually in the process of building exhaust. I don't have a pipe bender, so my process is a little tedious, but I'm getting there. I've got the O2 sensors up there ready to go. So my fuel system's pretty much ready. I did run power. I've got the power line up there. I just don't have a battery hooked up yet. I got to do a little bit of wiring once I drop it down off the lift. But I'm going to use the stock, not this one, but I'm going to go buy a new one, a stock Tahoe hose, radiator hose. Not sure what I'm going to do on the bottom one yet. I've got the heater hoses set up. I've got the fan set up. So basically, I just need to get my wiring cleaned up underneath the dash. I haven't ordered gauges. I'd like to do the digital, the coded digital gauges. Those things are expensive, but we're gonna have to do something because I do want gauges. The fuel gauge will work right now. None of the others will. I'll probably use Torque Pro off the OBD2 to read my stuff. I do have HP tuners set up on my computer, and I've got a couple credits, so I can hook this thing up and purchase the license for this vehicle and see what I got. But anyway, I got the clip ready to put back on. I've been jeeping. I need to clean this shop up and get everything ready to go. But we're not too far away from getting the clip on, getting power to it. Got some work to do on the inside, and see if this bad boy at least start up. Then we'll go to a whole bunch of other problems. But anyway, 1972 C10, 2005 4.8 out of a Chevy Tahoe with a 4L60 transmission. I was able to use the stock drive shaft with this setup. I was pretty lucky. I might end up changing the yoke. I haven't changed that seal or done any of that stuff yet. We'll see what happens. We'll see how tight that is up in there too. That may need to be shortened. We don't know. We'll see what happens when we get everything all strung out here and stretched out. But anyway, it's moving right along. I did use this rod and custom shifter. It's very simple for the shifter part. We'll have to see if it works and see if my neutral safety switches and all that stuff work. But I did do the auto wire kit in this thing before, so all the wiring is new all the way back to the back. The fuel cylinders works. I did put a new fuel cylinder in this a few years ago, or yeah, I guess I've had this truck about a year. I got a hose clamp up that fuel line, or tie it up, make it a little bit better. I'm going to wrap some stuff, put some insulation on some stuff, and see what other monsters I got hot working.